What's up, good people? Hey, I just had to pull over to make this one. We know what's going on, right? We know that Russia has hit one of Europe's biggest nuclear plants, which is in the Ukraine. And that's what's scaring the market. European stocks are falling. The European market is tanking. And we know that Friday, if you listen to this page, Fridays are normally the sell-off days in situations like this. I've been buying. I'm going to tell you guys what I'm buying in a few minutes. But I also want to tell you this. When war hits, 60% of the times, the stock market is back up a month later. When war hits or war starts, the stock market is 80% up. 80% of the times it's up the next year. And so whether we are buying this for short term or long term, I'm still buying at some of these rates and some of these prices, good people. Let's get into what I'm buying, and then we can talk a little, we can talk at the end of this, right? I bought some more Volta, right? I put a I put a buy order in at 385 and then 380. I bought some Lucid. It may be lower than where I bought it, but I started at 22.90. I had a buy order in. I bought some Disney and some Norwegian cruise lines. I already have all of these stocks. I just bought more, right? So I bought more Volta, more Lucid, more Disney, and more Norwegian cruise line. I bought some more Bitcoin. I didn't buy any Solana because I wait till Solana come under $88 to buy it, right? I bought some more Polygon, some Matic, right? I didn't buy SHIB, but I will tell you, SHIB has been holding strong through all of this around a 20. It's been vacillating between a quad 0, 24, 25, and it's showing a strong support right there. So I just may buy. I'm gonna monitor it over the weekend, and I just may buy. All right. So what else do I have here? Holding what I have, and we got a lot of good stuff happening. We had good jobs report actually that's going on. There's a lot of good news in the stock market. The only bad news that we're getting, the biggest bad news, and in the CPI numbers, not CPI numbers, another number that came out that's pretty good, but the job numbers. So job loss is going down. So that's good for the market. So if we didn't have this conflict, is what I'm saying, we wouldn't be in this predicament. I want you to pay close attention to the market today, because normally, had this not happened, had they not attacked the nuclear plant, then we could have just had a slight sell-off on Friday. That's what was expected. But because this happened and the market is overreacting, the U.S. stock market is overreacting, I think. Remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. The market could actually turn around by close. Now, could, right? It depends on how big the fear is. It could tank at the end. But I want you to keep an eye on the last hour, especially the last half hour of the stock market today. Let's see whether it goes down or comes up. But I believe the first thing in the morning, when everybody started buying and they just wake up and they find out, they hear the word nuclear, they freak out and the stock market tanks. The good thing is it's been contained, and they've done a air quality control test, and so far it's not alarming. There's no, it's not enough for people to get sick and start dying so far. So we don't know. By the time I get this up, that could have changed. So the market overreacts, and so I'm buying, good people. So these are some of the things that we want to look at. I bought some SoFi at $10. When you can buy SoFi at 10 and under, and I'm going to dollar cost average down. I only bought nibbles. I only nibbled on all of these stocks. So I'm not buying in huge. For those of you that say I can't keep buying, I'm just saying, if Friday's payday, I pay myself on Fridays. then that's when I buy. That's when I put money into all of my portfolios, my $5 a day portfolios, my Larry Jones $5 a day challenge. If you're not involved in that, these are the times when you should be. So we're DCAing through to until this is all over. We're going to DCA through the bad times, and then there's going to be a payoff. That payoff could be at the end of this year, next year, 5 years from now. It doesn't matter. We're building wealth. We're not trying to get rich overnight. We're building wealth. So those are some of the things I wanted to talk about. But I also want to talk about being brave. So I want you to start doing what's difficult, right? What I mean by that is when stocks go down right now, it's difficult to buy. It was difficult for me to buy and make these purchases, right? While they're tanking. So I do what's difficult when it's difficult. But on the reverse of that, when they're green and frothy, I do what's difficult. I sell when it's green and it's up and I'm up 50, 100, 200%. Then I sell. And this is what we have to learn how to do in markets like this. Not having fear, FOMO, right? We do not have FOMO and we do not panic sell. It's just not the time. Just think about somebody that's just getting into the market today. They've hit jackpot, right? So I have some Disney call options that were getting hammered, and I doubled down because I just think that the day that something big happens, the shock and awe is the best time to buy. These companies has not changed from yesterday to today. Disney has not changed. As a matter of fact, Disney has the lower tier now, $5 a month with commercials. And that's going to draw in millions of new subscribers this is going to be positive for revenue. But what's happening is when you keep buying the dips and you're buying heavy, you get frustrated. And then people just start to fall out of the market and you just sell everything and get out of the market. Unfortunately, when you begin to sell, that's when things are going to turn around and start to run back up. So don't get weary in well doing, as the good book says, and as a lot of the songs say, be not weary in well doing. So it just takes patience and temperament. Temperament. And I know you're probably getting tired, if you're new, hearing all of these YouTubers, including myself, saying now's the time to buy. Now, I have not been saying buy every dip this year. A lot of people just buy the dips. As a matter of fact, for months, I said I'm not buying. But now that some of these stock are beat down so much. So what I want you to do is to go to SoFi, right? And I want you to screenshot where it is today. And then at the end of the year, next year, the year after that, I want you to look back, because these prices are going to look like absolute bargains, okay? I want you to look at the stock and establish positions in good, solid growth stock. And there's a lot of them out there, and crypto. There's a lot of them that are beat down because of this. Now, we don't know what Putin is going to do over this weekend. We don't know if he's going to, start bombing things he shouldn't be bombing, right? He shouldn't be bombing at all. But, I don't want to just say it. But there is something called war crimes. And if he crosses that threshold and we have to physically get involved in other countries, then that could be bad for the market long term. But I am betting on this being something that's going to be handled in months and not years. And so that's why I'm buying these dips. So leave me a comment and let me know if you're buying. And hey, remember, if you say, hey, I don't have any fresh powder and you got paid today, I can tell you, even if you invest $5, even if it's $5, even if it's a fractional share, then make that your purchase and literally purchase the day that shock and awe, big things like this happen. When you wake up and you hear nuclear, that's negative. But when you research it and find out it's really not that bad, it is bad, but it's not as bad as it sounds because it's been contained. I'm going to leave it right there, good people. And I'm going to tell you this. If you are not trading, I want you to click the link, right? Click the description if you're on your cell phone, click where this description is, right? With the heading of this video, and you'll see the drop downs, and you'll see a link for Webull, and you'll see a link for Coinbase. Download both of them. They're going to give you a ton of free stock and crypto. Webull is up to over $5,000 worth of free stock now, okay? And I want you guys to download it, put some money in there, and get ready for what's to come, all right? And what's happening right now, because we are going to run towards the burning building and catch the fallen baby. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, all right, good people? Love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.